Mainstream historians, at the mercy of carefully concocted cover stories in both Germany and the USA, have remained skeptical that Nazi scientists could have advanced their nuclear knowledge to the point of actual testing. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth. I have the sad duty of reporting that there was another mass shooting today, very close to where I live. In fact, probably within a mile as the crow flies, here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. A young man killed 3 police officers, allegedly. 2 other police officers were injured in the confrontation. It all started with this man's mother calling the police for a domestic disturbance. 2 officers responded. They were both shot in the head and killed. A third responding officer, who was on his way home off duty, came after hearing the call and was shot and killed. 2 other officers who were members of the SWAT team, I believe, who were eventually called in to try to resolve the situation, were injured subsequently. The person miraculously was taken alive, and as of right now, I believe is still in the hospital being treated for wounds. This individual had a bulletproof vest, was armed with 3 weapons, according to police sources. He had a .22 long rifle, an AK-47, and a pistol. He also, as I said, had a bulletproof vest. It's my understanding that he was shot a couple of times in a leg or both legs, although I have no doubt that the police may have actually hit him in the chest more than one time as well, but because he was wearing the bullet-resistant vest, it did not cause any serious injuries. I think it's amazing that this person was taken alive, considering what happened. This is the second incident that has happened where police officers have been viciously gunned down. My purpose is not to condemn or condone. All I am here to do is to give you the facts as I see them and to put my own particular spin on what it is that's happening. This person is being described as a loner. His best friend was interviewed by the news, and he talked about how this individual was interested in the Constitution, in freedom, and in his Second Amendment rights to keep and bear arms. That, in his opinion, the best friend, the perpetrator in this case, was concerned that the government was going to come and take away his guns. He was out of work, depressed. His girlfriend had filed a protection from abuse order against him with the courts. And he had a history of having problems with his mother, where the police had responded previously to that address. He entered the Marine Corps, was thrown out, lost his job, was kicked out of school, many other things. Very much a product of the society that we live in today, especially the one we live in now, which is on the brink of economic fucking catastrophe. Again, I say, I am not here to condemn or condone. Just report and to give you my spin on what is going to happen in the aftermath. Why do I think this man did what he did? It could be that he is just crazy. But it could also be that he has been put into a position where a lot of people have been put. And that is where they're put up with their back against the wall and they feel as though they do not have any choice but to do something ridiculous and crazy. Again, I'm not excusing his behavior, but it's important to realize where the motivation for such things come from. And of course, we've not heard anything about motive in this case. So anything along those lines is pure conjecture. But at the same time, what's going to happen in this instance is the same thing that's been happening with the shooting in Oakland, California, and that is that the police, the government, they're going to jump on the bandwagon on this, just like they did on the other, and just like they do in every instance whenever something like this happens, a terrible tragedy where lives are fucking lost. The lives themselves are meaningless to people who are in positions of authority. The only thing they care about is covering their own asses and then using it in a political way to further their own agendas, as I've said before.